Shouldn't be. I think, haven't they thought a lot about the, or to say, acoustic in the stadium? So it should sound very loud when the fans is behind the team. So I guess that's part of it. I think, as I said before, I think, can we have that cohesion and energy between fans and team? I think there can be unbelievable sound and noise and energy in the stadium that hopefully can push us forward.
Can I say about Fabio?
Yeah.
Everybody seems to have welcomed him back and be pleased that he's here. Is there any part of anybody that feels like it's unedifying to have someone who's been embroiled in scandal like he has, in such a visible position?
I think it's something, of course, I've heard about. Don't know too much about the details. I know Fabio as a good guy the times I've met him, and I think he got a lot of quality, and look forward to work with him.
Well, what is it, do you think, about his talent that makes people happy to overlook things that they might dwell on? I mean, what when you say that him and Johan will complement each other, what are the?
I think Johan is very good to put in good structures, and been building that recruitment department, our insight department, our analysis department, and I think that to put those structures in, plus of course, how can you oversee players in and out for the recruitment. I think Fabio come with another angle and another experience from 10 years in Italy with a great network and a great eye and great vision for football. And I think the way they complement in there, I think is very good.
When you're operating like at the elite end of football, how important is recruitment? How simply getting them?
I think culture will for me always be the most important thing. Then you can say coaching / style of play, developing players, and then as a second area, and not in any specific order. Culture always first, but the coaching as important, and then recruitment I think is key. And my coaches, we're not magicians. They know the better potential, the better player, the better possibility to get success. So recruitment is very important.
Matt? You spoke there about how important home form is and sort of building that fortress. We saw during the international break that there's plans for La Liga match we played in America, Serie A match played in Australia. What do you make, I guess, of that as a concept, league matches being played abroad?
Personally, I prefer the league matches need to play in the country they belong in. So a Premier League match needs to be played in England, in my opinion. I understand that the football or the world is not as it used to be 20 years ago, because that's how the world is developing, and how can you say not changing but developing? That's just how it does. Things progress and develop and change a bit. But for me, Premier League games need to be played in England.
Would you be sort of localised with the hierarchy here, or if the club ever sort of had plans, would you be focused?
No, yeah, I have no problem saying that. I think it should be played in England if you play in England. If I have the power to stop it, probably not. But at least I can raise my voice.
And we also saw during the inflation rate the cash injection from the Lewis family. Have you had sort of discussions about how much of that will be available in January, what that means for sort of January plans?
I think first and foremost, I think it's hugely positive that Lewis family is clearly shown their interest in do everything they can to improve the club and back the club and want us to be as successful as possible. And I think that's a sign of it, that they are injecting cash into the club. Also because that's the thing I'm learning here with all the scrutiny. I think is helping me a little bit with, it's remarkable the 3 rumors about takeovers get so big. I'm so glad I'm not reading too much newspapers and nothing in social media, and just listening a little bit to the brief you give me before, Anthony, and then you guys ask me questions because you can think too much about that. But the key thing is they show their big interest publicly in try to help the club. We know it internally, and how we will spend the money. Of course, we'll keep that for ourselves.
Obviously, that money I'm sure is going to be used for different.
No, what? Sorry.
That money will be used for
Yeah.
things. Could you see, particularly maybe with owners being more ambitious, more engaged, a scenario in which Tottenham are able to spend 100 million on one player?
I don't know. I think this world, you get surprised sometimes both ways. I think for me, if you spend 10, 100 and 150 million, for me, that's, of course, there's difference in the amount. I think the most important thing is that we have a very good recruitment strategy, and we're very aware of what we are recruiting and what we want in. And then from there, take smart decisions. So let's see.
Elias.
Obviously, Richarlison started the season really brightly, performance against PSG and then the opening day of the league season. Kind of different performances, but kind of showed what he was about in a complete way. What outside of the goals does Richarlison do on the pitch that what are his strongest attributes outside of scoring goals, really?
I think you're also some nice stats on that. I think actually his hold-up play when he needs to protect the ball and in difficult situation actually make sure we can sustain the attack. I think that's a big thing. I think his movements in the box I think is very good. I think his linker play is at a good level, and I think as a pressing player, when he's up to his highest, I think he's good. He's smart, he's clever, he cut the ankles, he does the right things.
And Wilson Oliver as well, speaking on him, again, fantastic international break for him. You kind of touched on it. Is that kind of building confidence at the international level, club level, probably key for him to kind of continue stepping up the levels and being an important player?
I think every game you play, the more confidence you can gain, the better. And I think he's been taking his good form from us. I think he actually played some good games for us into the international team, on the under-21s team for France, scoring 4 goals. I think it was 2 assists. I think it was. It was very impressive, and some of his actions was a high level. So you need to constantly build on that.
Jacob.
Talk about leading the fans in the home games. Do you think that you've given the fans maybe enough to in those games so far?
Enough what?
In terms of performance, because you want the fans, but it's often the case that the fans respond to the team and the way that they're playing.
But one thing I know is that it's very rare they can play a perfect game through 90 minutes. It's very rare you play a perfect game throughout the season. I've said it before, we play 60, maybe play 10 perfect games. So that means there's 50 left where we can't excite every single minute. And I'm pretty sure the fans are in a way that if they see a team that is running very hard, fighting for the shirt and the badge, that do everything they can to try to win the game, I think that should be the foundation. Then I'm very aware that we also need to play positive and attacking and happy football, or whatever you call it. That can get people off their seat. I think that's very important as well. So that, of course, we need to do what we can. I also think we need to bring energy from ourselves. But I also think it's fair to say when it's not going well enough, we need the help. That's very simple. So I don't know how you react, if you want to be shouted at or want to be guided. So I think it's the same with any other player. Yeah.
It looks like it's been a little bit easier for the team in the away games. I mean, is that do you think maybe just down to the creative blend in the home games? Is it expectation, pressure that it goes up that makes it a little bit harder?
That I don't know exactly. I think it's a fair question. I think I said to before. I think in terms of, I think we played a very good first half against Wolves. We created a lot. I think we played overall good game against Burnley home. We also did a lot of good bits in the first half. Then I agree we were not good against Bournemouth. Was that it? I think in Premier League. So now, and throughout those games, you can see it. You can also see that our front four from last season is not available, so it's a new front four. So that we're working very hard on, and I think actually there's been promising sign of it from some of the players now, Mo, Wilson, Xavi. So hopefully it'll be better.
Just lastly, I know you said the World Cup's a long way away, but did you have anything to say to Djed Spence if he did qualify?
I said congratulations to both Djed and Mohamed Kudus. Both of them qualified their countries to the World Cup, so that's a big thing.
Twice for England, 2 different positions. It's putting in Rabona crosses against Latvia. So he looks like somebody whose confidence is really up. I mean, is the challenge now for him just to keep that going because he's been doubted in the past?
Doubted that it was, sorry? No, yeah, of course. I think in life, but also in football, one thing is to get to the top or whatever. That takes hard work to get there. The next bit is to be able to stay there on a consistent level, which is even more important. So he just needs to continue, and I think it's fantastic. He got confidence. We need that.
Finish with John, please.
It's interesting what you said about the stats, the big stats, and then what you've seen with your own eyes. With Vicario, I think he's got amazing stats at the moment. Most shots and goal prevents and passes as well. And yet there's a perception of some people that maybe he's vulnerable at crosses. Is that a fair assessment of Louisa?
Vulnerable at crosses or doing well? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is he doing as well at the stats, and is he as bad at crosses as some people say?
Yeah, the last bit definitely not. I think actually Vic's quite good for crosses. If I'm honest, I think it's probably the most difficult area for a keeper because there's a lot of bodies in the box. You take a decision: are you going for it, not going for it? How brave can you be? I'm quite happy with him in that area. Can he improve? Yeah. I think that's natural. I think he had some crucial saves this season that really kept us in games at times. And any team need a good keeper that can pull that save out, because we normally face a team that also want to score, try to score. So, for example, against Leeds, I think he had some key saves in the end of the game.
See, he's a player almost everybody's just seen on the telly, playing and work at fine. Is he a man who can, once he's fit, can be the number one striker? Yes, that's the ice.
I think Kolo is a very good player. Very excited that we managed to sign him, and now really looking forward to have him playing some minutes and consistent minutes throughout some games, and hopefully show more and more what he's capable of. I think Kolo can play both as a striker, but can also play as a winger, mainly to the left, could also play as a winger. So I think hopefully he can perform to his highest, and we can see him starting for us.
How frustrating was it? A dead leg, it's a world record timeout for a dead leg. It's a bit unlucky, that.
Yeah, I think that's very unlucky. I think it depends a little bit where it is and how much it bleeds and stuff like that. But the good thing is now he's fit and he's training, so hopefully we'll go in the right direction.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
So let's